I think the biggest strength of our program is that it's so flexible and then it really meets students where they are in their academic journey. Like for me, I just graduated in May from Haslam actually, and there's also a lot of other students that are coming back and returning to their education. So it's a really big mix of students, and I think that's so valuable because we get to learn from students that maybe just graduated like I did, but also get to collaborate with people that have been in their careers for a significant amount of time. And so I think there's just a wealth of knowledge to be gained as a student.
So for me, I looked at it as a way to build on previous leadership skills that I had achieved previously in work experience. Building on that with an education, learning a little bit more about business strategy, operational effectiveness, those sorts of things, and then applying that to the workplace.
The culture of the MSMHR program is something that I find to be very special and unique with us. I was not expecting what I would say I'm getting out of it when I came off to graduate school. I feel like sometimes you can get in your mind that graduate school can be very intense and that you're competing with each other, but that's not true, I would say, of the culture of our cohort specifically.
I think the strengths of our program is really that it allows for people to come from all phases of life. We have people that just graduated school like myself or people that are working professionals. And so I think that being able to have an all-encompassing program really allows for us to be very diverse, and it allows for the culture to be just very unique in that sense. And I think especially as someone that just graduated is still looking into entering the professional world, it allows for me to learn from them and kind of grow into myself as well.
One of my closest peers in the program, she actually lives in Nashville, so she actually utilizes the learn from anywhere. I feel like it's everyone's desire to want to be in the classroom, but since it's a location barrier for her, she makes it work. So I think that it works out pretty well for her.
So yeah, the 12-month option was very attractive to me when I was applying to programs, specifically because it allows you to really get into the program, dive deeply into the material, but then get out in a year with a master's degree, which is something you can't do at a lot of places. As far as the experience in it, I would say while the workload is heavy, they do design it with full-time workers in mind. So my experience right now, I do work full-time and I do full-time studies, so I'm going to class 4 nights a week, but I am able to keep up with it. You've got to stay on top of things, but it's exciting, it's rewarding, challenging, and I really think it's doable for people that work part-time or full-time.
When I was choosing a master's program, I knew that I wanted something that would really allow for me to get an all-encompassing kind of education with the management and the HR side. I already have a career lined up, and so I think that being able to take my experiences with this curriculum and take that as I catapult into a working professional role is really kind of beneficial, and I know that it'll help me in the long run.
Another thing, especially with our program, I would say is how SHRM aligned our coursework is. So if you're looking to further your education, get your SHRM certification, or just go a little bit further with what your opportunities might look like with human resources or management, I think that our program specifically is an incredible opportunity because of how aligned the coursework is to what you're going to actually be doing within your job in HR.
I will say that within like 1 month of us starting the program, we had like a full week of career nights. And so that was very beneficial because it was like right away, I could see that the professors were really dedicated into us being kind of pushed into the field. It was a good experience. Like, it gave us the opportunity to really hone in on our interview skills and kind of network, if anything.
I would say there's really a lot this program offers. It doesn't matter what your background is necessarily. I did not come from a business background, but I became interested in this from previous leadership experience. And so I think anyone, regardless of your background, can succeed in this program.
I think the greatest advice that I could give incoming students is that you really get as much as you give to the program. So putting forth that effort with all the resume building workshops you do, or personal development things, or just asking great questions in class, all of those things really do add up, and they're gonna make the program really more fruitful for you at the end. I found the program to be very helpful in my career so far, and I'm excited to see where it takes me.